You know the drill. You can spend forever in a long line, be late to work, and spend $10 on a loaded tea.
Came across this TikTok shop affiliate case study.
Make them from home, show up at the office, and everyone's going to be like, "Where'd you get that yummy looking drink?"
This video generated $19,000 in under 30 days.
I make it at home, girl. I can't decide what loaded tea that I want to make today. I'm going to make one for Chris and myself.
So we can unpack it, see what's worked, contribute to its success.
We're going to pick randomly. Tiki Torch. This is blackberry, raspberry, peach.
And most importantly, what we can take away. My name is Victor. I use my experience as a marketing project manager to share what's working in e-commerce, AI, and affiliate marketing right now. So I've come across the video and ad section sitting comfortably within this top 10 section of videos that are doing really well over the last 30 days. The focus is, and what I wanted to mainly look at is, what videos can I find that have not had a huge amount of money spent on ads, if any money at all. This video is set at number 2 there. And the reason why I do this, as I like to mention in these videos, is so I can see what's growing organically, pushed by customer demand without money spent, to put it in front of TikTok shop customers. Because to me, this indicates people are actively interacting with that content, showing interest, and spending money purchasing that product. So if we look at this next page, this is the video detail page. We've got a few more bits of information about the video itself here that I'm going to show you as well. We're going to look at how the demand is looking for this particular product just in general. We're going to look at the video breakdown itself in just a second, but starting with the actual video, November 3rd, 2025 is when the video was published. So it's not an old video. At the time of filming this video is on the 22nd of November, so less than a month. There's no advertising placement found, no ad spend, pushed organically by the TikTok algorithm, which indicates that organic demand and that organic interaction from customers looking for that product, which is always positive. We can also see some core metrics here. They had 10.9 million views, not too bad for an organic video. They sold 92,008 units of this loaded tea. Revenue was $162,000. How much is the commission they're getting from this product, and how do we get to the 19,000 that I mentioned early in this video? We're going to circle back to that in just a second. Also worth noting, 27,000 followers also received from this video. Not too bad. And considering that you've got 27,000 followers, which are essentially ready to buy followers, because these people followed you because of a video where you're talking about a product. So the value of having people following you, even though you're potentially going to sell something to them, absolutely crazy from a money making perspective as a TikTok shop affiliate. Note the craziness of that. Compared to 10 million, it's not that crazy, but still 27,000 people that are potentially interested in the next product that you're going to review. Absolutely nuts. Let's look at the loaded tea product page. The retail price is $3. The commission rate is 13%. That's how we came up with that $19,000 that they made as take home commission from that simple video that they created talking about a product that they obviously use and love. We have got the amount of reviews that they have, so proof that the product is solid and people are interested. What I'd like to look at is the actual average reviews that they are getting. How many reviews in total and the average score. We can see at the top here 4.9 stars out of 5 stars on average, and they've had 18,400 people. That is, there was any doubt in terms of how people are finding this product after purchasing it, there shouldn't be. You can clearly people are very happy with it. The downside for me that I will be honest and mention is obviously the retail price of the product, $3. You've got 13% commission. You're not going to make a lot of money as a seller. You need a high number of units to be sold. At $3, it is a pretty decent impulse buy. No one is going to regret having spent $3, even if they end up not liking it, which leads to high volume of sales. Items sold in the last 90 days, 349,000. In the last 30 days, they sold 226, which is fairly decent for a low margin product, because you're not going to make a lot of money there. So what we can also see here now, if you're coming from a product research perspective, you're a seller or you're a TikTok shop affiliate and you're like, what can I sell? What can I start promoting on TikTok shop, Shopify, Amazon, wherever? Majority of this revenue, which is 408,000 from different sales channels, the main sales channel that they're using is videos, because that's generated the majority of what they've made. In the last 30 days, we've got the product card, not a lot got their live videos, not a huge amount. Majority is the green bar, which is the on-demand videos, much like this video that we can see here. So pretty decent product that's worth thinking about if you are wanting to get your foot in the door and start with a simple product as well. But the question you might be asking, Victor, is outside TikTok Shop, how is the demand for this product? Are people interested in it? Are they searching for it? I don't want to just be on TikTok Shop. I want to be on Shopify. I want to be on Amazon or all these other platforms. So what I've done is have a look at the search volume of this product using Google Trend here. I've looked at the last 5 years. Is it a consistent product? Is it an evergreen product? Or is it a product that just peaks during particular seasons and then completely dies down out of those seasons? Well, the answer is right. We are looking currently at how this product's been trending over the last 5 years in the United States. We can see the search volume is pretty consistent. It's not crazily high, but it's always there. For some reason, it seems to be rising in 2025. As you can see that it did rise back in 2021 as well, 2020, but it seems to be going back up currently, which is interesting. Evidently, people are actually taking money out of their wallets and buying this product. From a product research perspective, definitely, I would say one that is worth considering talking about. Going back onto the search trends here, for some reason, it's Mississippi. That seems to be the highest volume of searching this. I'm not sure why. Is it because of the heat? Is it usually hot in Mississippi? I'm based in the UK. I'm just curious because this is kind of, I think, a cold tea type of product, something that someone that lives in a hot area might be interested in drinking. And of course, someone that's conscious about health, functional tea type. We can see related topics to the search term loaded tea, Herbalife independent distributor, shop, Cajun loaded tea flavors, energy drink. There are other queries that are kind of matching to this particular query. So there is some interest there. Now, also, when we look at how this product has been doing over the last 5 years, because you might be thinking, Victor, this is all great now, but let's talk about actual money. How much is this industry worth? How much has it been worth? And how much is it predicted to be worth in upcoming years? I've actually done that for you as well. I've gone into ChatGPT and I've gotten it to dig up some data from the internet and predict for us based on that data how much this product is going to be worth over coming years. This is what ChatGPT is telling us. So how big is it in 2025 to start with? So US tea and tea-based beverages, all formats, currently worth 12.85 billion in 2025 and predicted to be worth 16.9 billion in 2032. That's in the US only. Functional beverages, energy, sports, wellness linked to teas. This product is a loaded tea meant to have all this good stuff in it as opposed to just normal tea. This market is currently worth around 50 billion in 2025 and is predicted to be worth 62 billion by 2027. If you're considering getting into that market, is this enough information for you to consider dipping your toes in? Global tea-based energy drinks is a very growing industry. It's worth a lot currently, but not only that, it is predicted to grow year on year. It's not one of those products we're not going to be seeing in upcoming years, which is positive if you are doing research. Now, looking at growth trends over the last 5 years, we can see that there was an explosion of loaded teas, Herbalife related stuff boosted by TikTok, 50 to 80 million in 2020. So it's been growing 150 to 300 million zone by 20. So historically as well, what this is telling us ultimately is that year on year, this has been growing. Demand and interest has been going up, which is a positive indicator, which again links to all this data and information that we can see here. So all positive indicators, even though the margin you're getting is not necessarily that high. I've also asked, how easy is it to source this product as well? If you're a new e-commerce store trying to get your foot in the door, ChatGPT has broken down our options as follows. You could look at focusing on the US wholesale loaded tea ingredient suppliers. There's one supplier here. You can also look at direct custom brands with wholesale or own shop programs. So these would be your dropshipping suppliers, for example. You put up the storefront, TikTok Shop, Shopify, wherever. They supply the product and make sure that it gets to the customer. You're looking at the likes of Doba, you're looking at the likes of AutoDS and all these different dropshipping related companies. You could private label. This is for more if you're looking to work closely with the manufacturer and deal with the distribution yourself and all the other aspects of your business. You've got smaller makers as well. So, you could be working with little old Margaret on Etsy. She makes it, she sells to you, you sell to, you find her customers. You also need to keep in mind regulation and compliance and all these other aspects as well, because it is technically, energy related type of tea, sort of like a health related type of product. The health industry is heavily regulated. What profit margins are we looking at if we're trying to sell this product? I think we've got a rough idea. Average selling price is $7 according to ChatGPT, but we know that's not always true. To be competitive, you might have to go as low as $3, like this shop here on TikTok Shop, even lower in some instances, even slightly higher depending on how you position your business. You could be a luxury loaded tea brand, or you could just position yourself as, you know, all these other ones, depending on how you choose to approach that. Yeah, I mean, profit margins are not, again, they're not huge. You're looking at 20 to 35% out of the cost to acquire the product, 60 to 70% gross margin, 20 to 30% net margin, not a huge profit margin. If working with content creators to promote the product, you have to let some of that margin grow. Ultimately, you will get some profit. But circling back to how we started, what did this lady say to generate this much money selling these loaded tea products? We can go onto the video page, click onto this AI storyboard section here, which takes us onto this page. And here we can actually not only watch the video, listen to her and get a nice little breakdown here of the various sections of the video. We've got the opening hook, product information, selling points, tutorial guidance, how you put it on, prepare it, drink it, usage scenarios, and call to action. So the AI within Kalo Data does a good job in breaking all this information down and make it easy for us to digest. So that is the opening hook. She says you can spend forever in a long line, be late to work, and spend $10+ on a loaded tea, or you can make them from home. Show up at the office and everyone's going to be like, where'd you get that yummy looking drink? And you say, make it at home, girl. She's talking, she's known me for a long time. She's not starting with typical video hooks that come across salesy and that come across 10 or 20 other content creators. She's really just relaxed. She's at home. She's got the products in hand. So she's going to be talking about a particular product, or she's going to be showing you how to make it, but she's chilling, chatting, very informal, very relaxed. She does mention she's going to be talking about loaded drinks. She does give you the sense that this is about loaded drinks. This immediately speaks to people interested in loaded drinks. By clicking on a video like this on TikTok, you're probably guessing this is some kind of drink and you're going to be told about this sort of drink. So yeah, really good opening hook. Definitely a lot we can learn from that. We've got the visual description here, but we can see that, so no need to read that. We're going to move on now to the next section, which is product information. So this is quite clever what she's doing. She's filming in a vloggy style, like a YouTube vlogging channel where a person is just talking about their life. Oh, this is what I'm doing today. Didn't know what I was going to drink. It's me and my wife, and I'm going to do this for myself. Behind that, she's presenting this as something good for moms, women, ladies, girls, children. She's presenting this as a product that is potentially going to work not only for you as a homekeeper, whatever it is, for your partner, for men, because she's talking about, I'm not only preparing this for myself, I'm preparing this for my partner as well. And she's making it sound like a regular thing. She's not saying you need to buy this. She's saying I use this every day. I just didn't know which one I'm going to try today. I'm going to do this for me and my husband. Really informal, really conversational. I don't feel like I'm being sold to. It feels like a conversation. She's not taking herself overly seriously. Let's move on to the next section, which focuses more on product selling points. So she naturally goes into the features really smoothly, which I think she's done really well. People ask me what's in it, basically, and she breaks down. The number one question I get is how many grams of sugar. It doesn't say on the nutrition because there is absolutely no sugar. So she's killing the preconception that, oh, this is what all these companies do. They make these drinks taste nice because they put a ton of sugar in them, a ton of coloring, and then they name it this revolutionary healthy product or gummy or whatever. So straight away, she's saying you cannot see any sugar because the product does not have sugar, sweetened with organic stevia. There's collagen in this. She's breaking down what's in the product. She's also reassuring you that, look, I didn't say it's going to be the healthiest product in the whole wide world, but they do have some pretty decent ingredients there, which again, I think just kind of relaxes your defenses. She's not overly selling it. It's just like, it's just for people that like A, B, C, and D. Not everyone's going to like it. I didn't say it's the best, but they have some pretty decent ingredients. And then she moves on to the tutorial bit afterwards, how to get this prepared. So let's listen to that. What she's done here is it's a loaded tea, she says. So if you're familiar with loaded teas, where people will go and spend $10+ and be late to work, these are just cheaper option to make at home. So she's talking to the working age community, people that have that money to spend. But again, she's also answering a subconscious question from a lot of people of how much can I spend for someone to make this for me compared to high street? Is this cheaper to do at home? Is it better for me to do that? And straight away, she's like, look, you can go and spend $10 on the high street and be late to work, which will be a huge pain point for some people because the majority of people, they commute, right? You've already got no control on the commute, and what delays could potentially occur that will cause you to potentially be close to being late for work. You don't want to sit in the office for the next 2 hours without having some kind of beverage drink, and you don't want that office communal horrible coffee that everyone has access to. You want something healthy. You want to try something that you've brought yourself, that unique, something that's going to be a talking point to your colleagues. This is that thing that you can get. It's actually quite nice. As she's doing it, she says it smells good. Then this is tiki torch or whatever it is. Give these a little mix. So simultaneously while she's talking about it, while she's destroying those potential objections, she's actually doing it. So you can see her making and reacting to it while she's making it. Let's move on. Now, the interesting part that I'm finding here, there's not really a heavy call to action. This may be more of a tutorial that she's doing. She may have done a shorter video where she's, click the basket, click the link in the description. She's not doing that here, which is good because it puts a lot of people's defenses down. A lot of people are expecting to be sold. A lot of people are expecting to be told to click the basket icon or purchase the product. But she's just telling you here, not, do you want to buy it? She's like, okay, this is what it does. This is why I use it. This is what people are asking me. This is what I always say. This is how I prepare it. This is how I like to prepare it because of this reason. This is what it does for me. And this is loaded tea. You decide whether you want to buy it or not. I'm not going to push you, but this is how I do it. A couple of key things she's done really well here, which we've just talked about. 19,000 profit she's taken home. You can see why, even though it's a simple video, no edits, nothing too crazy, just literally a 1 minute 40-second video that she's done here. And how did you get to the 19,000? Obviously, we know the commission is 13%. She's generated 162,000 revenue in the last 30 days. I've got my trusty calculator here. Actually, it's not 19,000, it's 21,000. My apologies. So she's made more than what I've mentioned. I don't know where I got 19,000 from. But yeah, you can see how I've worked it out here. 162,020 over the last 30 days. And she's got $21,000 from this video. She's made other videos as well. You can see one made got 5.7 million views. Revenue was 91K. That's her. 919,000 views on that one. And that was 17,000 revenue. So this one's got an ad sticker on it. So there was some ad push on that one. But this one, there wasn't. But remember, even if there is some ad push, it won't affect you as a content creator because that's a shop that's spending money on those ads a lot of the time. You're still going to get the commission that you're going to get. So it makes no difference to her apart from additional exposure and more eyes on you can see a bunch of other videos here, other creators that have also sold the same product. Has she made any more videos? I can't see her profile there. So mainly that profile where she's got 5.7 million views and this one where she's got 90. In fact, let's have a look out of curiosity. So that one has been removed or hidden. We can clearly see this 21,000 that I've talked about in this video commission she's taken away as profit. She's most likely more than that. This is just for one video. She's done other videos in the last 30 days and each has brought in its own commissions. Crazy opportunity for selling these loaded teas in the USA. Booming industry, not going anywhere, and the video ads are not too difficult to copy.